manufacturing unit to the reaching of the customers. Everything and everywhere transportation involves actually, right? And here in this transportation, we are going to learn about the distribution network, factors to be considered, what is warehousing, what are the techniques for reducing the cost in the transportation, what are the transportation cost involved, stages and methods of transport, the decisions in the transportation, the depots, fleet management, routing and scheduling, and direction in transportation, the milk run technique, cross-docking technique, and MMTS technique. All these things are in this. Now, what are the factors to be considered in the transportation? Yeah, here what we need to consider is, first one is the customer, right? And second one is the environment and the product and the company. Where is the customer? And see, impact of the transportation system on the supply chain, factors to be determined, the choice of the transport made. See, all the things, maybe in the next unit, we will see what are the modes of transportation. In the modes, we know that how you will travel in simple way to understand. One is on the earth, through the earth, or on the earth. We have two ways of transportation. One is to the road transportation and the train transportation. We can also travel in the air. In the air, we know that it is all about through the airports, through the airplanes and the helicopters, all the through air also we can transport. What is the third way? Means through the water. That means the seaways. Through the ships we can travel. These are only the three modes of There is another way where the things can be transported is through the pipelines. These are the four ways. One is road. And on the road, we have two things. One is roadways, earth. On earth, we have roadways and railways. Air, you know that through the flights and helicopters. And next one is the water, we know the ships. And the fourth one is through the pipelines. These are the four ways where you can transport. Now see, if you see this picture, the role of transportation, from the raw materials to the supplier, from the supplier to the manufacturer, manufacturer to the distributor to the customer, customer to the consumer. All the ways this transportation plays a very important role. Now see, in the transportation, we can see this all the ways, these directions. You can see the arrow marks there, logistics transportation, and the dark one, reverse transit. And see, anyway, it is not one-way transport. Sometimes if it is when the product is returned back to the company or to the supplier, we call it as an reverse logistics, right? And here also we can see the transportation mode. What are the consideration? Customer communication, market coverage, sourcing decisions, manufacturing operations, pricing decision, customer service decisions. All the things the transportation is included. Next one is warehousing. What is this warehousing? It is a kind of a place where you will keep all the you store all the inventories in one place. In that, what is the type of distribution, value of the firm, quantity, competitiveness, material handling. See, in the warehousing, these are the three important things happen. One is material handling. In that, three things: receiving, storing, and shipping. Right. And third one is the storage. And after storage, transfer of information is also important. Tracking and all the information. In the warehousing also, transporting will be included in that. What are the tools and techniques we have? One is, as I said, these are the modes of transportation: air, water, surface, and intermodal. Intermodal means all together, right? And package carriers also. Inland, overseas, we can see the rail, road, pipeline. On surface, yeah. On the earth, air, water, land, or surface, it is. And another thing is that intermodal, all together it is. You know, the transportation type, railways, we have this kind of network. You can see the statistics there, roads, these statistics, water also, air also we have, all these things. Now, what are the transportation costs involved in that? In this transportation, there are some operational facts which are included in that. Environmental factors, various characteristics are involved in that: useful load, density, overheads, productivity, etc. Channelization, multi-modal transportation operations. Multi-modal means using different mode. Let us say from here to airport, you will use roadways, right? From airport, through the airways you will take. Sometimes through the train. From here, road you will use. From the road, you will go to the station. From the station, it will go near to the airport. And from there, is it like that? Multi-mode means different thing. What are the stages and the selection of this? One is based on the judgment, cost trade-off, and the distribution model. So what are the transportation decisions that we have? We can see this. What is the availability port, the best choice mode, what we can take up, and characteristics based on the product. Also, you can't take whatever the mode you want based on the product. If it is a less durable product, you should take sometimes the airways to take the product from one place to the another place. It is the fastest mode of transportation. You know that in compared to the road and air, lots of difference will be there, right? And number of size of depots here based on under management of raw materials, interfactory movements, delivery of to warehouses, delivery to third party transport facilities, delivery to satellite depots, delivery to consumers based on the normal priority of engagement. Now, fleet sizing and configuration. What is this fleet sizing? Here, the fleet sizing is that utilizing standard size pallets, transport containers, and vigorously monitoring fleet utilization manuals, and maintaining total fleet visibility, choosing low use periods, monitoring and charging for demerges, utilizing alternative coverage. Now we know that routing and scheduling is very important. You need to set the route. There will be different routes to one place. Now you need to set the overall route, and scheduling means the timings, right? When to start and when to on, because if you take longer route, it will take long time. How much time you have to take to reach from one place to the another place? You need to get. Next, futuristic direction and transportation means carrier relationship management, corporate traffic councils, training and certification, driver quality, joint procurement, logistic complaints, and security officer. Right, in this you can see what is milk run. This is one of the World War II. During the World War II, this is one of the concept which is came up, and which is useful for people to decrease the transportation cost and decrease the number of hours or number of hours in the transportation. It is a term used for shipping trips that pave the way for more deliveries of materials to assembly areas and that require consistent replenishment. It is also a term used in the military for missions that are least likely to encounter. See, milk run is a derivative method used to transport mixed loads from various suppliers to one customer. See this you need to understand this word. What is this? Mixed loads from various suppliers to one customer. So it is like, for example, there are different various customers are there. From various customers, various suppliers will be there. From various supplier to one customer to reach one. If one vehicle is going to different suppliers and one vehicle is returning to the customer, it will take a long time. That is why one vehicle they will send. How the milk vendor will collect the milk from all the houses and come to one place to keep it stored, like that a van or some vehicle will go to all the places and get all the things and keep it to the one customer. Instead of each supplier sending a truck every week to meet the needs of one customer, one truck visits the suppliers to pick up the loads from the customer. Right? The key issues are the vehicle starts from first central point. There is loading at each supplier point. There is unloading, if any, at each supplier point, and there is final unloading at the central point. This is like if you remember this milkman, how they will do. That is called that. Next, cross docking. What is this cross docking? It is a direct flow with minimal dwell time and the lowest handling and storage time possible for the products from the receiving area to the ship. This is very simple to understand. Say if you are taking one product from one place to another place, you need a break. Instead of keeping the product in the warehouse, if there is another truck waiting at one point, from that truck to this truck, if the movements of the things are distributed from one terminal to the another terminal, we call it as a cross docking. Right, trucks and dock doors on two inbound and onboard sides with minimal storage space. Cross docking is future-proof. It is an excellent because it is further the business cost the future. You don't need to use the warehousing, right? Multimodal transportation system. We know that if you are using more than one kind of mode of transportation, we call it as a multimodal. Right? This is about the transportation. right? Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, sir. Just today I will stop here. There is a problem here with the things. Just maybe I'll continue tomorrow with the other topics. Okay. Yeah. Sir, you can stop live streaming this class. Yeah, Sangeeta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Amma, that's it for today. I have a meeting now. Maybe like I'll catch up tomorrow with the remaining things. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Sir, just please stop the live streaming here. I'm just leaving now, and I'll continue the remaining sessions tomorrow.